Hi. So I just spontaneously came up with an idea. I thought that I'd do like a live coding video and I'll try to configure something on my window manager and kind of show you how to go about that process at the same time while recording this type of video. Um, so let's take a look. Basically, what I want to do is so let me first explain. Like the awesome window manager has let me see, hold on a second, it's gonna be a little bit kind of, since I'm doing it on the fly, I'll have to adjust some things as I go along. But basically awesome window manager has like a bunch of options. You can press super plus S to see this help. And this is a very helpful thing because basically when you want to change something in the config file that I have opened here on the left, you can simply search for this description, because this description is also in this config file as well, in the relevant part of the code that is responsible for any particular key binding. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make it so that I could switch to another desktop with arrows, and at the same time take the current window to that other desktop. So I probably should have looked it up in advance, but let me try and find the key bindings that I need. Let me see. So it should be super plus left. Where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. So they're actually called tags in Awesome Window Manager, but I guess you know what I mean when I say desktop. I mean, that's what they're called on Windows and Macs and stuff like that. But yeah, tags. So there's these default shortcuts. I believe they're default, I'm pretty sure. Super plus left and super plus right, and they what they do is view previous and view next tag. So I'm gonna use that as the basis for what I'm gonna be doing, and I'll also need to kind of take a look at the code that is contained in these other key bindings. It's where you press super and shift, so basically all of these, like super shift, super 1, 2, 3, and so on. So what these do is they move focused client to a respective tag. But what I want to do is I want to move a focused client to the previous or the next tag. So that's the goal of this whole endeavor. So what I need to remember is view previous, view next, and move focused client. So here's the config file. The path to this config file is a user directory, then .config awesome rc.lua, and so it was view previous, view next. So let me just search for view previous, and here we go. So here I have the code for this super left. You can see that mod key refers to the modifier key, which is set to the super key by default, and left and right. So basically these two things, and then there was the move focus client one. Move focus client. Okay, so it's this code. So I guess what I'll do is I'll make a split here so that I can look at both parts of the code at the same time without scrolling, having to scroll around. So move client to tag. Let me just make it a bit smaller like this. And yeah, and so over here, view previous. Okay, so let's see. So I need to create a key binding. So they're all contained basically in this same, I believe, or maybe. Let's see. So what's the structure here? So global keys equals, and then there's this function that's being called, and a bunch of arguments are passed to this function. Well, these awful.key, and they contain all the key bindings. And so I just want to check to see if I understand correctly what is going on. So move client to tag. Where is this located? Okay, I think it's like in a different section for some reason. Oh, I guess, okay, yeah, I see. So they have this loop here, which loops through the numbers from 1 to 9, and then it sets all these key bindings for each of the tags, basically, because there's 9 tags. Like otherwise you'd have to like do this like 9 times for each tag, but this loop does it automatically, so that's why they have it like this. But it's still the same global keys variable that it's being assigned to, and then yeah. So there's that gears table join, and yeah, also does the same thing. So, and I guess there's this also this global keys passed in here too, but up here it is not being passed. But I mean I bet that's done down there, because it appends to the existing table, probably. Or yeah, okay, so like this function must be joining tables, and so you just pass the global keys table as it exists. Oh, I should have switched my view to this one, but it's okay. So so yeah, it basically joins tables. So the global keys table is a table, so it can simply take the existing table and put it and combine it with the new ones that get formed by this awful.key function, which must be returning a table as well. But I don't really need to know how it's being done, but that's just kind of to like wrap my head around what is going on. It's good to kind of think about these things. You don't need to necessarily research every single thing and like what each function does, but like once you kind of start understanding the code, you can start inferring things. And I'm pretty sure that I'm right. I might be off on something, but I'm happy to have this model for the time being. And if I come across a situation where something disagrees with it, I'll be like, oh, okay, so it's not what I thought, and then I can adjust accordingly. That's kind of, I think that's an efficient approach to these things. Probably, I don't know, I would say it's the most efficient, like just like learning the entire config file, or like for that matter, in an entire like programming language, if you've never used Lua before, yeah, it's just kind of not very practical. But anyways, enough rambling. Let me just get to the point here. So let's see. So what do I need to do? View previous and view next. So I want to create two more key bindings. I'll just take these two as the basis, and so they're gonna be, the key binding that I wanted to use is gonna be, I'll use the replace mode in Vim here, so that I press Shift R for that, or capital R, and now I can just type in, kind of replacing these spaces that already exist here. So I'm just kind of following the example of this bit of code over here. So it's mod key shift left and mod key shift right. But what this says here is mod key shift then 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So yeah, and I need to add shift here too. And okay, so this looks okay. I'll remove this comment here because that's just I just commented it out here because, or wait a second, I commented it out because that was the original line. It's kind of a bit messy, but I know what that's for, so that's okay. Yeah, so like this comment is just the original for this, and this comment is the original for this, but yeah. So let's see. So I created this function here that yeah, I actually covered this in another video where I was like adjusting something else, which I can't remember right now. Maybe I'll remember as I go along. I'm not going to dwell on this. So the description, so the description is what gets shown in this super plus S like help next to the key binding. So I'll say move focused client to next tag, and then copy this from here and say move focus client to previous tag. So that's that group tag. So that's this. The group is this section of help. So yeah, it makes sense to put it into the same one, because it contains all of the key bindings for switching tags and like moving clients between tags. So okay, so now the code, or the main part, like this function. So let me see, I never looked at this before, so let me see, what does this do? Oh yeah, I remember now why I changed this is it's because like I didn't want to like wrapping to occur when I switch tags. So like when I press like super left and then I hit tag number 1, so that it doesn't go wrap back to tag number 9. I'll link the video in the description where I do that. The same. So like if you go like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and then like if I keep pressing shift right so that it just stops at 9. That's kind of how I prefer it. So this is I'll keep this because I still, that's what I also wanted to do in this case as well. But now I need to add the functionality of moving the focus client as well. So let's take a look at this what this stuff does. So it says if client.focus, then it sets this tag variable here. And for some reason it checks if client.focus.screen.tags at this particular index exists, and it's kind of weird that, like, in my mind it's weird that it's checking that the tag exists. Like, how could it not exist? But I'll just leave it alone. I don't need to like worry about that right now. So if tag, then client.focus move to that tag. Okay, I mean, I get it. So I'll just copy this and put it, I guess, like, yeah, I'll put it before. I'm not sure if it's gonna make any difference if I put it after or not, because like if it switches the tag, then will the focus client be still the focus client from the tag that it's not current anymore? I don't know how that works. I'll just put it before. Let's fix this indentation here, which is also messed up over here, but whatever. That's not my mess. That was there by, like, in the default config. So yeah, basically, if client.focus, what is if client.focus? What is this? I guess if there is a focused client, which, like, how could there not be a focus, like a program that is currently active? But maybe there is some situation that I just don't really get it right now. But yeah, so now I need to figure out how to get the number of the current tag. That's a good one. Like, or yeah, so that I can move that, like, so that I can say like +1 or -1, and then put that client to that tag. By the way, I didn't mention this, but client just means an app that is running. That's awesome window manager's terminology. So what's that? How does that work? Client.focus.screen.tags. So this I stands for the tag, and in this case, the I is this variable, which it just runs this things 9 times, changing the I to 1, 2, 3, and so on up until 9. Like, am I missing something here, or client.focus move to tag? So I need the number, or I need to know the current I guess maybe it's this one, s.selected tag equals, if it equals s dot let me see. Yeah, client.focus.screen.tags. So S is the focused screen, and then it's a selected tag on the focused screen. And screen is the monitor. So that's like on the focused monitor, the selected workspace or tag, and then it checks. Yeah, this is just for, okay, I get it. This is just for to prevent the wrapping, but this is what I need. Okay, I get it. So I can move this local s variable over here to the top because I'll use it here. S equals awful.screen.focused. Right. So this s.selected tag is what I need. Here. So tag equals client.focus.screen.tags, and then there's an index, which in this case will be the selected tags index. So then I need to add 1 because this is move focused client to next tag. Yes. Actually, okay. Yeah, okay, I need to move this up here as well because this checks if the selected tag is the last tag or the first tag. In this case, the last tag because it's moving like to the right side. But yeah, like if this is the case, this doesn't need to be done because it will try to move the app to either a non-existing tag, like a tag with a non-existing index, or it will just like wrap it to the first one, but the tag won't switch. Like there's gonna be a mess basically. So this needs to be here, and like then it'll quit if it is the last tag, but otherwise it'll continue and do this thing. So s.selected tag. Yeah, I mean it does check for the tag's existence here, but I'll just leave this alone. This is just not something that I need to like get into right now. So it kind of seems that, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I mean this looks okay to me, so this might be functional. I guess I'll copy this stuff, the entire function, down here to move focus client to previous tag, and then change this to -1 so that it subtracts the thing. And I guess let's test it out. So to test it out, you need to reload Awesome Window Manager, and I think it's the default shortcut that I have, but basically it's also mentioned in help here. It's this one over here, like in this Awesome group. Control Super R, reload Awesome. So that's what I'm gonna press. Okay, so it's reload. Oops, it says that an error happened. So let's see. Attempt to perform arithmetic on a user data value. Field selected tag. Okay, so it was not an index number as I thought it would be, but let's try to figure out why that. Why it went this way. So Come on, okay, so user data value. User data is just like one data type in Lua. A data type is something like a number or like an integer, a float, a string, a table. Like those are data types, like a boolean, true or false. So user data is one of them in Lua. And selected tag, okay, like then how do I so oh man, okay, this is confusing. Selected tag. So let me examine this again. So function client.focus client.focus.screen.tags I. S.selected tag. Or wait, what am I looking at? This is not what I was looking at. Move client attack. Or wait, what did I want to look at? Right, okay. Never mind. I just got confused for a second. Looks like I messed up the order of my keys here, so this should be over here, but that's not relevant to what we're doing. That didn't have any effect on the thing, but actually let me check in case maybe it did. Wait a second. Yeah, okay. It's the same thing. Or wait, what did I do? Like, shit. Man. I think... yeah, okay, made a bit of a mess here. Shift. So this shouldn't be here. This should be here. And kind of would make sense to have the left first. Okay. Let me reload just in case. It's not a bad idea to do that. Actually, I don't get any error anymore. Maybe I moved something and it got fixed. I'm not sure what it might have been, but okay. Let's see what we have. So if I press Super S and check. So my key binding has showed up here. Shift plus Super plus left move focus client to previous tag and the next tag. So how can I test it out in such a way that you can also see what I'm doing? Okay, so I'm gonna make this OBS window sticky, which means that it'll show up on every tag that I switch to. So now if I press super right, and move to tag 3, 4, you can see the tag switching over here in the top left corner. You can see that OBS still shows up like on every workspace, on every tag. So what should happen now, I hope it will, if I press a super plus shift and then right, nope, it still shows the same error, but something did get, something changed basically. Okay, what if, and left the same. Okay, I still have the same problem. So let's work on that. I just need the number, or I guess, okay, why am I like even, I guess at this point, since I can't figure it out by just looking at the code, I'll Google it. Awesome. Current tag number. Awesome WM, just so that Google knows what I'm talking about. So there's something here on Reddit. Is there a way to get the current tag name number from the terminal? That doesn't matter, because return, they'll just still use awesome client, which is just like the terminal client for this same Lua I don't know what to call it, interface for the awesome window manager. Return client focus first tag name. What is first tag? Let me actually look in the docs for. Let's just try this. Yeah, here is like awesome WM docs, and first tag, the first tag of the client. What does it mean? The first tag of the client. Yeah, it's not terribly clear to me at the moment. See, tags. Okay. Maybe someone was. Yeah. Okay. It looks like. Probably looks like someone was doing the same thing that I'm doing here, but it doesn't matter. I still like to figure it out on my own rather than just like. It's not that difficult to figure out, and it's a good exercise. So, what did they do here? Man, this Reddit, like it's. Okay. Whatever. What was the first tag thing? Current tag. Get current tag. Client.focus and client.focus.first tag. Or nil. Okay. So they also do this check, so apparently somehow there could be no current tag. Yeah, alright. So client.focus. did they do something here with get previous tag? Oh, it looks like for the previous tag there's t.name. Man, like this is annoying. Why is it? Okay, there we go. So get current tag, get previous tag, modulo 9 excluding 0 to wrap from 1 to 9. What is TT is client.focus. Okay, I guess I'll do something similar. Client.focus.screen.tags. I'm just like, I don't get like what is t.name minus 2. So I guess to get the index you need to use client.focus. Then this either first tag, which is an alias basically to this tags function. I guess like this C must stand for actually client. So like client.focus, for example, dot tags, and then yeah, so that returns the first tag of the client, for example, like or the second or the third, depending on. So it returns a table of tags, because yeah, this is a function, and this index refers to whatever the function returns. Oh, okay. So let me actually try this out in the awesome client. So awesome client. Oh, okay, you need to return. Okay, so it gives like the current tag name, and like it said also that index is double. What's a double? What? Wait, like, that doesn't make sense. I never heard of this. Okay, I guess double is a float, like what in Python would be called a float. I mean, this isn't like, so like if I say a equals 1, return a, it's a double. Interesting. Okay. I don't recall, like when I tried programming something a while ago, I thought they were called numbers, or like numbers and floats. That's what I have in my mind. Maybe they changed something, or that I didn't get something, or yeah, I don't know. But you live, you learn. Okay, never mind. This is okay. So, but so it's either the name of the tag or the index. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do they use here, like t.name minus 2, if name is a string, like, and there is an index already which is a number, or like a double as they call it here, or yeah, a double. It makes more sense to use an index here since it's a numeric thing. But okay. Because you could assign like any name in principle to these tags. You could call it like, I don't know, like web or like email or whatever you want. They're just called by numbers by default. So if you could change that, this would work, I think. So like, okay, but never mind. That's not what we're after here. So yeah, I just, oh man, like, okay, so let's see. So client.focus.screen.tag. So like I get an error that says that I'm performing an arithmetic on a user data value field selected tag. Right, but I got this selected tag thing from here. Wait a second. I think if I just do dot index. So dot index. Let's see. Oh, okay, great. Now it works. Man, like I spent a bunch of time on this. Okay, so like now let me just let me use this browser window to demonstrate what's happening. So let me see, preview. So yeah, so like if I select this app here, now I'm on tag 3, and then I press Super Shift left. Well, this does not make sense. What's going on? Oh right, okay. I just changed it for one of the shortcuts. I just didn't do it for the second one. But like if I just select this window, for example, and press Super Shift right, it moves it to tag 4, tag 5, tag 6. What's happening? Yeah, it works. Okay, so let me just kind of fix the code. Let me close this. I don't need that anymore. So yes, I guess I moved the OBS all the way over there. But let me move it to tag 3 again. So okay. But wait, I did the thing. Oh my god, what the heck is going on? Why is it not like working? So I have the browser selected right now, right? So I press Super Shift right. It moves to the right to the tag 3, tag 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I go back, for some reason it does not work. I don't get why. So something must be different about this left one. But how is it different if I just literally added index to both of them, and otherwise they're identical as far as I remember. Or okay, they're not identical. I think. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So this is why. It's because I copied the wrong thing. Forgot that there's a different function here, view previous and view next. So it just doesn't do it right. Okay, so let's reload again, and let's try it again. Where's my browser? Man, what? Still not working. Come on. 5. No, something's like not working right. It just moves all over the place. Or maybe I just didn't have the app selected. Wait a second. No. So what's the problem like? Hmm. I mean, right now it's working for the terminal, like, interesting. But, and for OBS too. Okay, so like, what's wrong with this browser then? Like, why isn't this working? I move it to tag 8. Ah, okay, I get it. Yeah, forgot about that. So, because it's the last one, yeah, oh, shit, man. It's like always like this thing that I just kind of do something and then only later do I realize that again, like I just missed something extremely simple. It's just because again I copied the wrong thing. Okay, so well, now if I save it, reload the thing, and where's that browser? Or the browser. There. Now it's moving around. Okay, finally. So I spent 52 minutes figuring this out. Could have been faster if I kind of realized certain things sooner, but it's not like not a big deal because I did figure it out and I learned something from it. So yeah, I'll share this code snippet in a Git gist so you can use it in your config if you want to. But basically with this video what I wanted to show you is how like you can configure Awesome Window Manager or like any kind of, yeah, I guess in this case like Awesome Window Manager, but like any kind of piece of software where you need to edit config files and what the process looks like, and yeah, hopefully you like that gave you some insight into what to do when you don't know what to do, like and yeah, kind of how to think about things. So it's not that complicated. Yeah, like you do tend to get into these like situations where you just like stare at it and you don't like know what the hell is going on, but then eventually kind of you do figure it out, and if you don't, then you know, like if you can't figure it out on your own, you can Google, and then usually like, or oftentimes I should say, you find something that resolves your like whatever it is that you weren't understanding. And I mean, sometimes you have to set it aside and then like later on you realize how to do the thing. Yeah, so but it's not that complicated, and the process is kind of just yeah, looks like this basically. It's good to know like the ins and outs of any piece of software, but I think like the most practical way to learn about it is by kind of by doing things, and it's good to know kind of how Lua works in general. So if you use other software that uses Lua, like MPV Player for example, you can write what are they called, like scripts for MPV Player using Lua. So you know, having some experience with the language itself definitely helps a lot. But it's just like, yeah, with these things you kind of you acquire all of these skills through practice, and there is value in just like, you know, like watching a bunch of tutorials and trying to kind of collect some information on it so that you have a general picture. But then the way you retain it really is when you do something with it, and then you kind of know, then you get like the direct experience with it, and from that like your memory starts to really work very well, and you start to be able to make connections and see how the code works and like what it is that you're looking at. Yeah, so that's how that's how these things go. So that's what I wanted to show with this video. Um, let me see. Is there anything else that I wanted to add to this? No, I think this is it. I hope you found this video valuable and interesting, and I'll see you in the next one.